Hey, Kary, and it's always great to see you. But who am I kidding? We've been hanging out for 45 minutes already today. So I've hung out with you for a while. It's already been good hanging out. But you and I have built such great friendship over the internet. And I apologize for the chainsaw next to me right now. I think they're cutting down a tree outside my window, as Tommy would have it. But we've got to know each other so well over the past year and a half. We had the opportunity to meet recently in Denver. But for everyone who hasn't had the pleasure of meeting you, give everybody a brief intro of who you are and what you do in the industry.
Thank you, Andrew, and it's great to see you as well. So my name is Kary Shumway. I'm a CPA, CFO, numbers guy. I do love numbers. I spent about 15 years as a CFO for a beer wholesaler. I'm currently a CFO and partner at Wormtown Brewery in Worcester, Massachusetts. And I've created some online resources, training materials. I'm big on financial literacy, really the ability to read and understand the financial statements of your brewery business. So I've created some online courses to walk you through really what numbers you should be looking at, key metrics, benchmarks, how to create your financial budget, forecast, and planning, and things of that nature.
And I'm excited to have you join us at CBP Connects presented by Arryved in Norfolk, Virginia, February 7th, 8th, and 9th. Before we talk about what you're going to be presenting on, I think it's funny the friendship that we built. We probably talked for 50 plus hours before we finally met in person. But as we were having dinner together recently in Colorado, we learned that our sons have the exact same name. So I think it's hilarious that you can get to know someone so well on the internet, but it's those little things that you learn in person that take that relationship to the next level. That's why I'm so excited for this event in Virginia in February, because all these friendships we've made through crafted professionals over the past several years, these names we recognize from the comment section, we feel like we know some people, but when you see them in person, the networking and relationships go to a whole nother level. And Kary, why are you excited for this in-person event?
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think you can only go so far via Zoom, right? You can get to know somebody, kind of. You can okay, we have a good rapport, but once you meet someone in person, you really make those deeper connections. So that's what I'm looking forward to: is seeing people in person, working with them. The workshop that I'm going to present on is how to create your taproom financial plan. I work with a number of clients, most of which just don't have a financial plan. We're kind of winging it, really. If there's cash in the bank, we're good. If there's not, we're not good. We try to do the best we can to figure it out. Folks are often wearing a lot of different hats. You're back behind the bar, you're changing kegs, you're working with vendors, you're training staff, you're doing the best that you can. So what I like to try to do is simplify the financial planning process. And we're going to walk through really a system that I've created and templates that I have to help you create a financial plan, your sales plan, cost of goods, margins, operating expenses, looking at your bottom line, and some cash flow tools so you can keep an eye on your business and really be able to take this, use it, implement it into your day-to-day, week-to-week, make it a relatively light lift, but have a really important part of your business and get some impactful results. The whole name of the game is we want to do the planning process so that we have a good financial game plan that we can refer back to. We can understand, are we on track? Are we off track? What's going wrong? And really be able to read and understand those financial statements and what they're telling us. So that's what I'm excited about, is to work with folks, one-on-one in a group to build their taproom financial game plan.
And a follow up to that, you've given so many great webinars over the past few years. How is this going to be more engaging in person?
A lot of times what I find is folks want one of two things. They want to say, like, just give me the resources and I want to do it myself, and I have videos for that, like video here, here's the download, fill it in, hit me back with an email and I'll help get you unstuck. And that can work. A lot of folks do that. It's very affordable. Do it at your own pace, etc. So people really do like that. However, there's other folks that are like, I really want to work with you one-on-one. I want you to, show me where I'm getting stuck. I don't understand this. There's a lot of uncertainty and it takes time. So it's really about, I think, speeding up the process. So I'm excited about working one-on-one with people to show them this is how we're going to fill it out. You get to, you can interact with them. You can see if they're really not getting it or if they start to understand it. It just speeds everything up when you're kind of across the table from someone, showing them, how to kind of guide them through the process.
No, I love it. So folks are going to get to come hang out, enjoy your workshop, but then they're going to get to hang out with you 3 nights in a row at our receptions brought to us by River Drive, Cooperage, White Labs, and Strike. You're literally going to get to hang out with you, me, everyone else involved for 3 nights in a row so they can bring all their finance questions to you over a pint and pick your brain 3 nights in a row. I cannot wait. Now, Kary, I've got one final question from you. You're up on the East Coast, quite a few hours from me. Do you plan to drive or fly down to Virginia?
Well, that's a good question. I'm in the market for an RV. I'm getting to that age where I'm like, do I just want to get in the RV and go? So I will say this, excuse me, between now and then, if I've got that RV, I will be driving down, and I'll have the party bus going. If that doesn't come together, I will probably jump on a plane and come see you. But either way, I'll be there. I'm excited to do so.
I can't wait for it, Kary. I will see you in February. That's February 7th, 8th, and 9th, CBP Connects, Norfolk, Virginia. Everybody, we hope to see you then. Cheers, Kary. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, Andrew.